Welcome to Find Your Stuff, where we discover how to locate and organize the files and programs you use most frequently using Windows 10 and JAWS. Be sure to stay tuned till the end of this webinar because we've got some very exciting announcements about upcoming webinars that I know you will enjoy. Meanwhile, sit back, relax, and enjoy Find Your Stuff. So this is assuming that you're running Windows 10. If you're running Windows 7, a lot of this is going to be transferable. Some of it isn't. We're going to start with some very basic stuff, but I'm hoping that I will also include some tricks that some of you veteran computer users might not know. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say a few words about the login screen. Oftentimes, when Windows comes up, it will ask you for a password. And if it's been sitting for a while, you might type your password and find that your password is incorrect. When you know very well that you typed your password correctly, that's because the computer wakes up on the first keystroke. So you type in the first letter and it doesn't register because that's what actually wakes up the computer and alerts it to the fact that its attention is required of you. So to mitigate that, when you get to your computer, when you're ready to log in, just tap an arrow key. JAWS will wake up and start yammering to you, and at that point, you can type in your password. So what you're going to do, you're going to type in your password, and then it's going to take you to the desktop. Now, I'm going to go to my desktop. A quick way to go to the desktop is to hit Windows key M as in Mary. Now, the Windows key is between the Alt key and the Control key. On a standard QWERTY keyboard, it's going to be the middle of the three buttons there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Windows M.
Windows M, desktop, folder view, list view, zoom, 20 of 37.
And it says Windows folder view, blah, 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 blah. So I've got a lot of stuff on my desktop. I've got more stuff on my desktop than I probably need on my desktop. But there's several ways that you can navigate your desktop. You can use the arrow keys to navigate it.
Files apply, zoom.
Back, forth, left, and right, or you can use first letter navigation.
W, Word.
Takes me to Microsoft Word.
Enter. Opening
And
Word.
I simply hit Enter
Document, one word, edit.
to open up a Word document. Now I'm going to hit Windows M to go back to the desktop. We're going to need this Word document in a minute.
Windows M, desktop, folder view, list view, Word.
And I'm going to tab around because the desktop, in this view, for lack of a better word, you're not seeing all there is to see. You're seeing the items that are on your desktop. But visually below your desktop is the Start menu and the taskbar.
Start button.
So if I tab once, I hit the Start button. Now, if I hit that button, I can actually do a system search, which also includes a web search for just about anything on my computer. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Enter.
Enter, search box, edit.
And I'm going to start typing Internet Explorer.
Internet Explorer app, press right to switch preview. Internet Explorer app, press right to switch preview.
So I type Internet Explorer. And I really need to only type the first couple letters, and it comes up with Internet Explorer. Now, if I arrow down, I can arrow at this point without tabbing away, without doing anything else. If I arrow down,
find results in apps. Microsoft Edge, Microsoft recommended browser, press right to switch preview. Find results and search the web.
I can arrow through a number of different suggestions that Windows thinks I might want. Some of which are relevant, some of which aren't. But I'm going to escape out of this.
Escape. Windows M, desktop, start button.
Quick Windows M and tab, and I'm back where I started from. So if I continue...
Type here to search button. Talk to Cortana button.
Type here to search, there's a button. Now, in the latest release of Windows 10, they actually separated out so that you can enter on the type here to search button, and it won't try to bring up Cortana. Thank God. But if you want to talk to Cortana, the button one tab after that allows you to do so. I'm going to continue.
Task view button.
Task view.
File Explorer button.
So
notification chevron button.
So we have the task view. We have a shortcut to File Explorer, which we'll do in a minute. I'm going to actually go over to the notification tray area, which is one tab past that. So the first item you come to is, it says notification chevron. I have no idea. I've never actually been able to get that to do anything, and I'm pretty sure that my computer is not trying to buy gas, so I have no idea what that's about. But the useful items are you can use your right or left arrow to navigate through the useful items, and
Speakers USB 52% button.
it goes back to where it came from. So speakers 52, whatever percent.
Dropbox 92.4.382
My
up to date button.
Dropbox
Casa Fowler internet access button.
tells me I've got internet access. Thank God for that.
System clock 9:12 a.m. clock.
Tells me what time it is.
Action center button.
And the Action Center is where you can adjust security settings. You can do a lot of advanced Windows things that aren't covered here. Now I'm going to show you a shortcut.
Show desktop button. Desktop
I'm going
folder.
to tab over to the desktop. If you want to very quickly get to that system tray from wherever you are, hit Insert F11.
Select the system tray icon dialog. Select the
Or for laptop users, Caps Lock F11. And that'll take you right to it. But what if you just want to know what if you just want to know your battery level? If you're a laptop, you got a laptop, you want to know if you've got enough battery to get you through whatever. There's a shortcut for that, and it's Insert Shift B as in Bravo.
no system battery. Casa Fowler internet access.
So Insert Shift B or Caps Lock Shift B as in Bravo will tell you your battery settings. I'm actually using a desktop right now, so I don't have a battery. Once again, I have internet access, thank goodness.
Toby
Yes.
Redler, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What would the shortcut be? Couple of questions here. What would the shortcut be? Shift Insert B gives you your battery level on the laptop. What would be the quick access for whether or not I have internet access in that systems tray?
It's the same one. It tells you your battery status, and it also tells you whether or not you have internet access.
So I just hit that again, and it tells me whether or not I have internet access?
You hit it once, and it tells you. So I'm going to go ahead and hit it again.
Okay.
Insert Shift B, Bravo. It says no system battery. It says Casa Fowler, which is the
Got it.
humorous name I gave my internet connection. And it
Yep.
says I have internet access.
Yeah, got it. Okay. So that's a one and the same.
Okay. Windows comes with a My Documents folder already. Oftentimes, it's your default save location. Sometimes it isn't. But we're going to pretend that we don't know where the My Documents folder is. We want to create it from scratch, and we have no idea what our default save location is.
Windows
So
M desktop folder.
I'm
view
going to go
list view. New
back to the
folder.
desktop, and I'm going to create a new folder on the desktop. And it's going to be called Documents. Now, wherever you are in File Explorer, you can create a new folder within the folder that you are currently in by hitting Control-Shift-N as in Nancy.
Control Shift N. Edit. New folder 2.
New folder, saying New Folder 2. That's because I hit the command earlier and escaped out of it, and I think it created a new folder without my consent. Thank you, computer.
DOCUMENTS. Enter. Folder view list view. Documents 39.
But we're going to call this Documents. So we've got our Documents folder. I'm going to go
Enter.
ahead and hit Enter. to
Documents.
open
Items
it.
view list box.
Okay, there we go. And it's going to be on the desktop. So I am going to go into a file that I have saved somewhere on my computer.
Control escape. Search box edit. ALLAOUT. All about Office. Microsoft Word document. Press right to switch
It's going to be
preview.
called All About Office.
Enter. All about Office Word. Edit.
So what I did there was I hit Control Escape. I realized I was moving a bit fast. I hit Control Escape and I started typing in what I knew was the file name, All About Office. And it came up. It said All About Office, Microsoft Word document. Hooray. That's the one I wanted. So I'm in this document, and I don't know where it's saved, but I want to save it in my newly created My Documents. So I'm going to go
F12.
ahead and hit F12.
Save as dialog. File name.
That
Edit.
will pull up the Save As dialog. So I could tab around this, but we'll probably be here till noon. Let me just say a word about tab and shift tab and dialog boxes that is going to make your life infinitely easier. It probably doesn't appear this way visually. In fact, I'm almost sure it doesn't. But picture a dialog box as a clock face. We are now at 12 o'clock. Tabbing takes you clockwise around the clock face. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, on and on. What we want is at 10 o'clock. So go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and shift tab to the tree view where I can actually find what I'm looking for.
Shelf 2012 stop. Tree view. This PC closed. D1. Desktop pin not checked.
Desktop.
Shell folder view. XD documents.
Tab one more time over to subfolders within
Items view list
this.
box.
Documents.
Save as file name. Edit combo. All about Office. Edit unavailable. Edit.
And voila. My file is in my documents. So if I wanted to move something into my documents, I'm going to exit out a word for this purpose.
Items view multis Windows M. Untitled.
For whatever reason, my son saved an untitled text document on my desktop. Doesn't matter. But I'm going to move it into my documents folder. So I'm going to copy it. I want to leave it on the desktop. You can also cut it, but I'm going to copy it with Control-C. Now, if you want to move it, if you want to cut it out of where it is and put it where you want it to be, you would hit Control-X, like scissors cut things.
Deck 40 documents.
Okay, so I'm going to hit D until I get to documents.
Enter, unavailable.
I'm going to hit Enter.
Blank. Up the desktop, alt up, view modes, details, rating, items, view, multi-select list box, name, split button. Not selected, all about Office.
Now, let me explain to you what just happened there. For whatever reason, JAWS did not put focus in the folder. It put focus on one of the navigation options within File Explorer outside the folder. If that ever happens, Shift-Tab.
Names, view modes, details, radio button.
Take you back to where it was. It says View Mode Details. That's basically you can change the view your folder so that it shows what you want to show.
Items, view, multi-select list box, name, split button.
Then it has the sort option. I'm shift-tabbing. I'm going to shift-tab.
Not selected, all about Office.
Again, it said not selected, all about Office. That tells me that's the document in there, and it's not selected. So I'm going to go ahead and
Untitled.
V. V, now, the way that this was described to me, why in the world is V the shortcut to paste? That makes absolutely no sense. Picture a glue stick. One of those glue sticks that little kids use. Apparently, if you have an active imagination, that glue stick looks like the letter V. It makes so little sense to me that it sticks out in my mind. Okay. So we've created a folder. We have saved items in the folder. We found an item that we couldn't find earlier. But what if you have a document in Word, you exited out of it, but you didn't save it. You forgot to save it. That happened to me a couple weeks ago. I was writing this email, and it was before coffee. Do not trust me with anything delicate or dangerous before I have had my coffee. So I typed up this email in Word, and that's what I do. I compose emails in Word and then copy and paste them into Outlook. I mindlessly exited thinking I had... Anyway, I exited without saving. And I needed to get it back, and thankfully I was going to be able to get it back. So
Alt
we're
F4,
going to exit out of
application.
my documents.
Windows M, desktop W, Word.
We're going to go
Enter.
back in Word.
Opening Word.
And
Document
we're
one
going to
word,
type
print
a
edit.
very important document.
THIS-VERYSIMPORTANDOCUMENT. Period. This is a very important document.
This is a very important document. We're going to hit Alt
Alt
F4.
F4, file name, 55, cancel, don't save button.
And we're
Malware
going
bytes.
to deliberately exit without saving. Oh,
Windows M, desktop, folder view, list view, Word, 9 of 39.
but there's hope.
Enter. Opening Word. Document one word, print
We're
edit.
going to go back into Word. And we're going to hit Alt F.
Alt F. Backstage view, file list box, home, 2 of 15.
This takes us to the File tab. We're going to hit O.
O. Open.
To drop us down to Open. And we're going to tab over until it says something about opening unsaved
Recent tab.
documents.
Recent documents, search at, documents tab. Recent documents list box, all about, recover unsaved versions, recover unsaved documents button, open a recent document that was closed without saving.
There we go. Recover unsaved documents button. I tabbed over 5 or 6 times now.
Open dialog. File name. Edit combo.
So, what we've done here is we've entered a dialog box very similar to the one with which we saved the document before. It's an open file dialog, so we're going to shift tab because we're going to 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Explorer pane. Folder link. Doc3 unsaved 30800236061388981144. Asked.
So it says Doc3 unsaved. It is sorting
Doc3 unsaved 30.
by recent. So what we're going to do is we're going to very quickly
Doc3.
open this.
Asked. 313. Blank. Blank.
And we have a blank document. This is not the document. This is not a perfect solution. It works sometimes. It does not work all the time. But if you're ever in a situation where you
Alt F4. Malwarebytes tray application.
accidentally
Malwarebytes tray
open up a
application. Alt
document
F4.
without saving it,
Meeting controls.
and
Stop share button.
9 times out of 10 recover it that way. Now I'm going to stop
And
this
hello.
screen share, and I'm going to open it up for questions.
Angela, it's Karen.
Yes.
I still get so lost trying to search out documents. It does go to Cortana a lot, and I'm only a couple weeks into Windows 10, so I still have Windows 7 brain, and I hate ribbons.
Oh, yeah. It's a bit of a stretch moving up to Windows 10. If you want to work with me one-on-one, we can definitely arrange it. Do you know if you have the latest version of Windows 10?
I think I do, because this computer and getting everything up to date and downloading it from Microsoft was only done like 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah, you probably got a recent version. You may or may not have the latest.
Okay. Supposedly with subscription, it keeps on updating everything all the time, correct?
That's the idea. That's what it's supposed to do. If you
Gotcha.
have automatic updates turned on.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to work with me one-on-one on this?
I do.
Okay. So why don't you stay on a couple minutes after class, and I'll take down your information. You can take down my information and all that good stuff.
Awesome.
And I will, I'll give you a call sometime today. You're on Pacific time, correct?
Correct. I'm in Northern California.
Excellent. Well, so am I. This is good.
Oh,
That makes it, that's handy. If there are no other questions, I want to segue into a couple of announcements. Any other questions from Question Land? I will be offering over the next couple months several additional seminars. My next free webinar will be sometime in April. I don't know when just yet, and it will be on Google. It will be called Google More Than Just a Search Engine. We will also be going over how to create a Gmail account. But I will be offering a paid webinar called All About Office, and it will be in two-part series. The first part covering the basics of the given Office programs, which are Word, Outlook, and Excel, and PowerPoint. So if you come to the first class, you will learn how to open up the program and achieve a basic task. Just do what most people do with the programs. The second part of this series covers more advanced features of the program. So in Word, we could have advanced formatting, meeting APA and MLA requirements, always fun. Calendar and Outlook, things like that. Okay. So these classes are, well, first let me talk to you about my basic rate. This is where I frighten people by talking about money. At this fleeting moment in time, the rate for one-on-one training with me is $15 an hour. That rate is going to go up to $30 an hour on April 1st. However, if you sign on with me and we have our first training session before April 1st, you're locked into that $15 rate. I don't raise prices on individuals because that's a messed up thing to do. If you purchase a class, for each class you purchase, $125 a class, you get a free hour of one-on-one training with me. Answer all your questions, work on that one part of the lesson where I lost you, basically shore up what we worked on. You also get a week of unlimited email support. You can email me as often as you want to with your questions. If you buy all 4 classes, $500 value, it's going to be $450. Knock $50 off the price, and you get locked into that you get locked into that $15 an hour rate basically for the rest of your life, whether you sign up after April 1st or not, because you bought the whole package. And you get the Angela computer tuner upper absolutely free. I'll upgrade your Windows, upgrade your JAWS. You do have to pay for the software you purchase, but I will, because you're actually buying that from somebody else who hasn't given me free access to their products yet, doggone them. But the work that I do is going to be free of charge to you if you buy the whole bundle. So, maintain your computer. Make sure that it's running its best. So if you're interested in that, please get a hold of me. You can respond to one of the emails that I sent to the list of subscribers for login information. Or you can...
Thank you for listening to Find Yourself. For more information or to register for one of our upcoming classes, please respond to one of the emails you received after registering for this webinar, or you can shoot me an email at Fowlers, that's my last name followed by an F, at fyix.com. Thank you very much for listening.